Okay. Okay, that thumbnail better be cute because I'm lifting way too many books. This is not even, I don't want to unhaul this. Why is this in the pile? Hi everybody and welcome back to my Booktube channel, Books with Leo. And today I'm fresh off the live show that I did on Rachel Marie's channel. And I'm doing a book unhaul because today was actually supposed to be the day that me and the other Dutchy booktubers were meeting up to swap all of our books that we unhauled. But unfortunately, this did not go as planned. We did not continue with our meetup because of, you know, Corona and all the things that have been happening in the world. I don't want to talk about it any further right now because I just want this channel to be like a fun space. And yeah, well, not that we cannot talk about serious topics, but just not right now. Right now it's just about unhauling some books. So I have like a lot of books. I have like a lot of books right now that I need to unhaul. They're all right in front of me. Like I know I need to lift them up for the thumbnail. I don't think I'll be able to because there's so many. Let's get to it. So this is my bookcase at the moment. Yes, I'm still planning on doing a bookshelf tour, that's what it's called, one day. But currently I bought these leaves. My cat is super scared of them. She's running around. She's got no clue what's going on. And I decided this would be a good moment to do a bit of a book unhaul because I have so many books in here that I should really unhaul. And to make space for plants and new books, of course. So these are the first few I got out. This is the entire Red Queen series. This is an arc of The Three Dark Crowns, first book in Dutch, and this is 1,000 Pieces of You by Claudia Gray in Dutch that I got from a thrift store. And these are all books that were over here, and these are the two Victoria Schwab Tunnel of Bones books and a Dutch copy of Six of Crows of Crooked Kingdom. And yeah, now I'm going to unhaul a bit more out of this. Yes. As you all know, this is a really nice book stand that I found at the thrift store. I do not really like Lord of the Rings, but it's still in here and I don't even read it. So yeah, this should probably get out of there as well. They're fine. They won't hurt you. Echt niet. She's like, what the fuck? But the first set of books that I unhauled is the entire Red Queen series in Dutch. These are just two of the books because one is on the floor and I'm too lazy to go down and pick it up. But yeah. The Red Queen series was immensely popular. I have the entire series in Dutch. And yeah, well, I read the first book, but then I don't know, it just does not interest me enough to continue reading. I do remember really liking the first book though, so maybe I should give it a shot, but it's just, these have been lying on my shelves for such a long time and I have no interest in picking them up again really, so I don't think I will be. So that is why I'm unhauling these books. To be clear, I did really actually like the book, but I just am not super interested in continuing the series. Like, I have other stuff that I'm so excited for, and so yeah, I don't think I'll be reading these two babies. So I'm unhauling all three of these books. The next book that I'm unhauling, I'm still sort of, oh, it's dusty already. I'm still sort of doubting whether I should unhaul it because the copy is so pretty. This is Winter Magic, which is a short story collection with all sorts of magical wintry books, and you guys, I am so bad at short story collections. I just cannot do it. I don't know, but I just don't have the attention span for short story collections, and it's annoying me. I think I read about half of this book and I had to push through so much and then I just never picked it up again, so yeah. But this is actually a really nice book. It has like beautiful stories, it has like some beautiful gay representation, it's very magical, and it has beautiful winter vibes. So if it's winter again, I would recommend picking this up, but I'm just not good at short story collections, unless it's Roald Dahl or unless it's like longer short stories, but these are all pretty short and it's just, it's not for me, can't do it. The next book I'm unhauling is my bundle up of the Selection series. I'm still dabbling with this one as well because I did really love the Selection series at one point in my life, and this holds memories, and at the same time it's also, this is such trashy fiction but in the best way possible, so I don't know if I want to get rid of this. Also, I have like limited Dutch edition that's like a bundle up, and yeah, it's really ugly, but okay. These books are so trashy. It's about one bachelor and all these girls that are sort of princesses, or they become princesses. They want to become princesses. It's sort of The Bachelor really, but in book form. And it's super trashy, but it's filled with beautiful nightgowns and just drama all over the place, and it's so dumb. But I love it, really. So yeah, now that I'm talking about it again, I'm just like, oh, should I get rid of this book though? Because I had such a fun time reading this, even though it's not good at all. I'll just see if anyone wants to pick it up from a book swap, and then I'll see what I'll do with it. The next two books that I'm unhauling are Cassandra Clare books. Yes, I'm doing it. And this is City of Bones and City of Fire, I think. I have the Dutch copies, so not sure whether I'm translating this correctly. So when I was 15, I think this was what got me into reading in the first place. But then when I got into reading again when I was 19, I picked this one up again, and I was just like, I don't like this anymore. But then I had already bought the first 3 books again, so yeah, they were on my shelf for a solid couple of years until I was like, I don't really like this. Sorry. Maybe there's other books in the Cassandra Clare series and worlds and realms of the Mortal Instruments that I should try to read. But yeah, I don't know where to start because I really don't like these, and I don't want to suffer through 6 books just to get to like the Infernal Devices. If anyone has any advice on that, it's welcome. Next book that I'm unhauling is Chanel Chic by Lauren Weisberger. I got this gifted from a friend, and I think she bought it at the thrift store, and I don't know, I'm just not interested in it. I think this is from The Devil Wears Prada. Oh yeah, it says so on the cover as well. Don't really care for this. So sorry. Next up, the book that I'm unhauling is Furthermore by Tahara Murphy. As most of you guys know, Tahara Murphy and I were not really good friends. There's only a couple of novels of her that I did really enjoy, and this is not one of them. I don't know, this story was just too vague for me. It was very whimsical, but it was just too vague, and I didn't like it really, and I didn't understand what was happening half of the time. The writing style was just too whimsical, if such a thing even exists. But the cover's really pretty though, so yeah. But I'm still getting rid of it. I'm never going to be rereading this, so yeah. The next one is a bit of a shocker because this is an ARC from Three Queens, Three Dark Crowns, I think it's called in English. And this is the Dutch copy, and I did actually really enjoy this book, but I did not get sent the other books by the publisher, and I kind of forgot about them, and then I was kind of like, will I ever reread this? I don't think so. And I think I could really like make my niece or something very happy with this, because this is the story in Dutch of Three Dark Crowns. It's about 3 sisters, they all have powers, they're all raised by different families, but they're all sisters and they all belong to the crown, and then they have to go fight for the crown of the country, of the realm. And it's pretty cool actually, but it has like a really dark touch, and it has this brooding energy. I don't know, if you're into that, this is definitely something you should check out, but I'm getting rid of it. Oh, I hated this book so much. I don't know what it's called in English, but in Dutch it's 1000 stukjes van jou, which is 1,000 pieces of you, roughly translated. Oh, I hated this book so much. It made no sense. This is, in my opinion, just really a shitty book. This book made no sense to me, like no sense at all. It is such a weird book. I have no words for this book. I don't like it. I don't understand how people like this Claudia Gray book. I do like Claudia Gray, Witches, like the Witches series that Claudia Gray wrote. I have all of the books here. I also got all of these from the publisher. So they're also a bit trashy, but good trashy. This is just horrible trashy. Like, the plot line is weird, makes no sense. Just everything about this book annoyed me so much. I could like rant on about it forever. So this is about Marguerite Kane, and her parents are famous scientists, and they have designed this machine that allows you to travel to different dimensions, but then their assistant kills Marguerite's dad and he runs off without her into a different dimension, and then she's sort of out to discover what happened and everything. It's just the plot line and like the rules of this world and everything was just not worked out properly. So for me it constantly felt like the writer was just like, nah, this will happen now, but it makes no sense. Like, whilst you're reading, you're just like, what? No, like, this is weird. It's like watching the last season of Game of Thrones and just being constantly like, this is not how it's supposed to be, and that's just how this book felt. so I'm getting rid of it. Next book is Blood Sisters by Jackson Pearce. I picked this up on a whim. I still don't know what it's about, and I'll never ever read it. I'm sorry, Jackson Pearce, but I just know I will not be getting to this. This was very popular on Booktube, like Dutch Booktube, like 3 years ago, but I never came around to reading it, and I will not be reading it anyway because it just doesn't appeal to me as much anymore. So I think I might just as well make somebody else happy with it. The next one is Bloedwans by Julie Kagawa. This is the second book in the Blood of Eden series, which is a vampire series. I loved the first book. I read it on like an ebook, and I was just like, oh my god, I have to get the second book, and then I bought it, and I never read it. It's ridiculous. There's 3 books in this series, and it's a really lovely series. Like, it's one of my favourite vampire series, or at least like the first book. I don't know, because I never finished it. Yeah, I just thought, I don't know, I have that a lot, where I start a series and I love the first book, and then with the second book I'm just like, don't care, and then I never read it, which is really stupid. But yeah, I don't intend on reading this anymore, so that's why I'm getting rid of it. If you're looking for some vampire fiction, this is quite okay, I suppose. I liked the first book, even though I don't really remember what it's about anymore. Then we have The Possible by Tara Altebrando. This book sounded so cool, but when I actually started reading it, it was really like a letdown. I kind of forgot what it's about, so I'm trying to figure it out by reading the back of the book. Right, so it's about this girl, and her mum was sort of once leading a cult because she had special telekinetic powers, supposedly, but then she accidentally killed her son, which is the brother of our main character. But our main character is also showing weird powers. I don't know, I classify this as sort of a thriller / magical realism book, which is a really cool premise, but I don't know, it felt kind of flat for me. I thought the prose was boring, I thought the plot was sort of meh, didn't do much for me. But, very interesting concept, so I'm still happy I read it, but yeah, it's time to get rid of it, because I will never ever reread it. Then, I once was on a Valentine's Day dinner with my then boyfriend and one of his close friends, and his girlfriend, and she also loved reading, so me and her, we were like instant besties, and then we were talking about books, and she asked me if I ever read a Sarah J Maas book. She was like, yeah, but you should read the Glass Throne series. So then I bought this, and I never ever read it because I'm not interested in it. So I don't know why I bought it. I also don't like this cover at all. This is the Dutch cover. I don't know, I keep thinking, oh, I might read this one day, but I just know I will not. So yeah, that's why I'm getting rid of it. So yeah, I don't have a lot to say about this other than I'm finally getting rid of it today. Oh my god, Nevernight. You all know that I've struggled with Nevernight for like 3 years already. I just can say with confidence now, I will never finish this book. I've tried, I've really tried, it is just not for me. Yeah, this is still the most beautiful copy. It's just so pretty. It's the Dutch copy, and I'm like so far in already. I just will not finish it, and even if I ever finish it, I just know I will not ever read it again, because this book is just not written for me. Like, obviously, I love the whole storyline, but the writing is just, I can't deal with it. I'm sorry, I'm getting rid of it. Then it's Max and the Wild Things by Dave Eggers is also a book that I'm getting rid of. I bought this when I was first getting into collecting books again, and yeah, I just thought it was a pretty book, and it sort of intrigued me, but I never got around to reading it, and I'm not really interested in picking it up anymore, so that's why I'm getting rid of it. That's like what I'm saying about all of these books. But yeah, I thought the cover was cute with like the golden foliage. This is also a Dutch book, by the way. I was reading a lot more Dutch when I first got back into reading again. We've come to the last 2 books. First, Circe by Madeline Miller. I think a lot of you guys know that I did not like Circe a lot. I really thought I would, because I'm really into feminism and into Greek mythology. I don't know, I think I loved the first 100 pages, but then it was just so repeating and so long, wrecked out for me, and I didn't enjoy it anymore after like the first 100 pages. But I kept on pushing through, and I finished this book, but I don't think I'll read it again, and I'd like to make somebody else happy with this beautiful copy of this book. So yeah, hoping I can do that. The last book of this unhaul is Passenger by Alexandra Bracken. I am a total time travel geek. I love all time travel stories, and so I thought I was gonna love Passenger. Turns out, didn't. I know that this is about a girl who's like a violinist. She plays the violin, and her mum there's something with her mum. I love how this whole channel is just me trying to remember things about books that I read a long time ago and failing hideously. And then there's time traveling, and there's one of her close friends and she falls in love with him. And I remember a scene of them being in like World War II London, like underground and like tension. Don't know, didn't enjoy this one, and therefore unhauling it. This was the unhaul for today. I want to go to bed so badly, so I'm sorry if I rushed this a bit, but I thought my makeup looked good, I'm wearing this cute top, and I just wanted to film a video. I'll be popping right into my bed right now and reading a bit more. I hope you all stay safe and take good care of yourself during whatever's happening right now outside. And yeah, I made some really cute new additions to my Etsy store today, and there'll be new stickers coming up soon. Yay, I'm super hyped. And there are already a lot of cute bookmarks in my Etsy store, so this is a shameless promo. Please check out my Etsy store, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.